How do I get my dog to sit? Today I'm going to show you how. Let me explain it first and then I will demonstrate it for you. Food is a very basic instinct in dogs. Most dogs have a decent food drive. So we want to use food to get dogs to do things that we want them to do. So for the sit, you take food in your hand, put it in front of the nose of the dog. The dog now gets interested in the food and you move the food a little bit over the head and backwards. So the dog wants to follow it with the nose and then runs out of neck. And in order to still see it, would have to increase the angle by sitting. So we manipulate the dog with the food from a standing position or a down position into a sit by using the food. That process is called luring. Pause. So the dog is following the food and then you raise it up, which prompts him into a sit. Good, sit. The dog is following the food. Sit. And then give him the food the moment he sits. After the dog is reliably doing this, then there comes a step that a lot of people forget or don't consider, which is simply showing the dog that you have the treat, asking for the same behavior. And then thirdly, nothing in your hand. You ask the dog to perform the behavior and then give him the reward. That's called fading the lure. That is why you get people saying, yeah, my dog is doing all the obedience commands, but only if I have food in my hand. And the reason for that is they never faded the lure. So let me show you the intermediate step. So the dog sees the food, sits. Good boy. The third step is nothing in your hand, sits. Good boy. Yes. Sit. Yes. He gets so excited that he produces saliva, which then goes into the wrong pipe and then he snorts like that. His food drive is really, really high. Nothing in your hands. Pause. Sit. Yes. And then you produce the reward afterwards. It's important to say yes first before you move to produce the reward. Otherwise, going for the reward becomes a cue for the dog.